Good afternoon, and welcome to Nicole's Journey. So it's episode 6, and like I said, I'm going to try and do these every day to give you some ideas of what's going on. Today's will not be as long as yesterday's. Yesterday's was a very emotional one. A lot of private things from my past up, and I did not divulge a lot. It was you got basically the Cole's Notes versions. For those of you my age, you know what Cole's Notes are. Um, so today what we're going to talk about, we're going to be a little more lighthearted, is one of the things that I had to adapt into when I made the decision to finally come out as Nicole. I'm just going to move my fan here for a bit. There we go. So, and I use the word decision because I already knew I was. I just had to figure out when the right time to do it was. So some of the things that I had to adapt to is my voice. So some of you, and I've touched on this before, but I'll tell you exactly what we mean by doing with my voice. So we've talked about how my voice used to sound, and now I do with training it. So more and more I am going to be talking through my throat, not through my chest area. And that's why the bass will be gone more. It's hard. I will get more used to it, and I've seemed to do a lot of it more this weekend. So that's one of the things that I've had to learn how to adapt. The other thing is walking. I've had to be more of a feminine walk now, and that's actually kind of been easy because I've always kind of done it, and then I've stopped myself and had to be like a man and walk like a man. But I've had to learn to walk like that, adapt into different styles, although I like, the styles that I've chosen. Learning to put on makeup, and this has been a challenge from day one, because I have to hide the 5 o'clock shadow because the hormones haven't started yet, and the laser treatment will not start for until we're allowed to. Thank you, COVID-19. So what happens is I have to conceal, and even now, like I can see it because I'm looking for it. I have a lot of people tell me that it looks good, but it is I don't want to use the word caked on, but it is put on a little more heavy than what say my female friends have to do, because they were born with the biological body. I was not. So I have to put on the makeup and a little bit of the rouge, and I have tried to do my eyebrows, but that's not working out, so I'm laying off that for a while. And I have to put on the foundation and the powder and lipstick and the eyeshadow and the mascara. I haven't learned the eyeliner yet. I'm getting there. So these are things I've had to learn to adapt to, and things I wanted to adapt to. These are things I'm excited about. So the other things I've had to learn is how to be, just the day-to-day things compared to a man or a woman. I mean, I still wake up with bedhead like I did as a man, but I've been with enough women to see them waking up in the morning with bedhead. And the biggest thing I've had to adapt, though, is how I treat myself. And as a man, like I've said before, like I talked about yesterday, rolling out of bed, t-shirt, shorts, and I know there's women that do that, and I imagine in time I'll be able to do that once the hormones change. But right now, for me, I feel like it's best if I get up in the morning, start my day, but I make sure before I start my major day that the makeup, the hair, the earrings, everything is on to make me feel more like I'm moving forward in my life. So, a couple other things today, a little more lighthearted, like I said, than yesterday, is people's reactions. I've noticed they've been great. I've said before, work, family, friends, even in the building, it's getting really good. There's still a couple, but how we perceive people is how we are about ourselves. Now, we've had a couple people in the building that give me looks. I know a few that I know aren't good about it. But that's just because of them. That's who they are, and they're older, and I'm not going to try and change them, but if they do speak up, I will speak up back about things I don't like about them. Because what you're basically saying is, I don't like you because you look like this. Well, there's a guy in my building that I don't like him because he gets on the elevator on the second floor and takes it down when he could easily take the stairs. He's able-bodied. There's nothing wrong with him. So if he says to me, well, I don't like the way you look, I'll say, well, I don't like your laziness. But I would never come out and say that to him. I mean, I think it, and it's wrong to think that I should, I don't know, maybe he does have a problem with stairs. But going down, I don't think it's an issue, but he doesn't know me. So I'm assuming he probably won't say anything to me. He's giving me some looks. I know some people know him and said he's never going to be good with you personally, but he's never going to come out and say anything to you either. My neighbors have been awesome. I get a lot of highs. I've had a couple ladies say I look good. And it's getting better and better because I am presenting myself day to day. And I'm hoping everybody gets used to it. And my work, my coworkers have been awesome. My supervisors are going above and beyond to help me out. And I appreciate all that. So the thing about what I wanted to talk to mainly about today is, and I want to divulge this very small, is religion. I've had a friend help me realize, and I've been very down on religion for the past few years, simply for the fact because I've had a lot of people use the Bible in a negative way. And how you interpret the Bible can sometimes be hateful. So my good friend at work told me when I first came out, said, I don't understand, but I support you. And it's not my place to judge. She believes in God, and she said, God will judge you. He may not judge, this may be what he had in mind for you. He may have a guy that thinks he lived a perfect life, and because he punched a dog when he was 23, God will say, well, you're done because you punched a dog. There's only one person, if you believe in God or any other religious head, Muhammad, any others, there is only one person or one God that will judge you, and that is God, and whether God may be. I'm still on the fence, almost lower than it still, because I still have a hard time believing there's 66 billion of us in the world, and so many of us have different gods. I think it's great that we all believe in a higher power, and if it's God, that's great. But you should not push your God or your beliefs on someone. You have no right to judge. We don't know what you have in your past or in your house or in anything. So the best thing to do is people to be people. If you're not comfortable, a simple hello will do. That's all you have to do. Because I cannot explain to everybody how hard this struggle was for me inside my body. Numerous relationships that I botched because of it. Jobs, money. I had trouble with money because I used money as a crutch. I spent too much. When I was sad, I just figured maybe buying something or going out somewhere or spending money on frivolous, stupid things would help me. And it didn't. So the thing is, we have to be kind to our fellow man and woman, because like I said yesterday, we only have a small time on this planet, and being mean to someone because they were born differently than you, and let's face it, we were all born differently, and I think in the grand scheme of things, and a lot of people say, well, there are more straight people on the earth. Are you sure about that? I mean, there's a lot, but just before you say so, think about it. We use the term straight, lesbian, gay, bi, pansexual, trans, queer, but we're all humans. And most of us want love and to be loved. But the biggest thing we want is we want the right to be ourselves and love ourselves. I gotta pet the cat. The cat just walked by. I had to pet it. Anyways, so I said we were going to talk about some other things, and this week we're going to do that. So I think what we're going to set up for this week is, I think this week is going to be the lighthearted. So today I try to be a little lighthearted, but I still got into some personal things. I think starting tomorrow, we're going to get into what my obsessions are, what my fun things I like to do. Some things have changed, some haven't. There's some things that I still love, that I loved as as Rob loved, and there's some other things though that I'm into now, and we're gonna dwell more on that. So what we're gonna do after each section now, starting today, is we're gonna do some shout outs, because I think it's important to thank people who've helped you along the way. And some days I may say someone's name almost every day. I may say one person's name one day and not say it again for another couple weeks. So today we'll start out with the shout outs with the obvious three. My three rocks, my three amazing children, Josh, Katie, and Will. And those three are my amazing kids, and I just want to say shout out to those three and hope they're having a good day, and I'm proud of them for every day they are. And of course a shout out to my sisters Shelly, Kate, and hope you're having a great day. To my niece Emily, to my inspiration nephew Evan, and all my kids and my niece and nephews are inspiration, but Evan knows why he is. And to Ryder, and always Ryder, thank you so much, because I don't get here without that day we talked. So everybody have a great day. This one was a shorter one today. Remember, like, share, subscribe, do it all. And let's get this out to more people who, there's some kids struggling out there that it's a tough one. But you've got to be you. As always, I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you.